Hey, here we are, live on YouTube. Notifications should be popping up soon. Oh, and Twitch as well.
Hey, all the things.
Yeah, so this will be saved to my YouTube channel, and I'll just grab the audio from it later.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Use.
Right.
And otherwise, yeah, this is just a brainstorming session, I figure.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to pop in and have a little chat with us, and might as well.
Mm-hmm. I'll even keep my shirt on.
What? It's not that kind of show. It's definitely shirts off.
Yeah. Well, usually people give me money if I keep it on.
That's what we want.
Yeah.
Reach that 1,000, get those super chats.
Yeah. It's a reverse OnlyFans.
Okay, chat. There we go. So you should see chat over on the side here. So if people are talking either on Twitch or YouTube, it'll pop up over.
Okay.
Probably you. I don't know. If you're on your phone, right? So I'm not sure.
How it's arranged a little differently, but yeah, there's a tab for it. It just means I can't. Okay. I'll figure it out. It should work.
Yeah, this guy's good. Crooked. That's not.
So I might have to. Doing this on the regular. I might have to look at the lighting in here because this room is super weird. So it's my office.
Oh, I see. So. I'm just surrounded by lights. I got a light here, one there, one on the camera, one underneath the camera for the other camera, another light over there, and then just like the bedroom light.
Yeah, there's some spotlights that the people who own the house had installed above. And I always just keep them on because they sort of just point to the wall and illuminate the room a little bit. But they're making kind of a super bright spot behind me.
Oh, yeah. So. Yeah, if you're able to change your exposure, I usually can fix that.
Yeah. Okay, I'll mug around with it. I need to figure out the lighting in this room anyway.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have no idea how to do it on the phone.
That's all right. We'll figure it out.
Mine or anybody's.
Yeah, that's fair. That's all right. If the idea becomes an institution, we'll become all professional.
That's right. Nail it down. That's why I gotta.
I actually have a desk microphone, but it's in a box somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
So 90% of the time, if I need to do like an interview or a meeting or something, I'll just have my phone and heads or earbuds in. That works pretty well. Yeah,
the audio sounds really good, like to me right now.
Yeah, it's surprisingly well because it's just like the dumb like $15 headphones that Apple sells, but they're like really good.
Oh, did you get a new phone?
No, this is like my own old like iPhone 12.
Okay, crazy.
Yeah, I don't like having wireless earbuds, so it's just like the cheap ones they sell with a lightning connector. But yeah, they have really good audio.
I don't like wireless stuff. I don't know. Except for mice. I don't mind a wireless mouse, and that's about it.
Yeah, my mouse is wireless, but my earbuds, they would cost like $150 or whatever. So I don't want them to be wireless. Like my mouse just stays there on the desk. So it's not going that far.
Yeah, so on this platform, Restream, for free, I can add up to about 6 people. So if for any reason...
So if you want to have a guest or something?
Yeah, a party. Just like 6 dudes talking. That seems overwhelming, but it can be done.
Yeah, all right. That's pretty cool. It's nice to know kind of what we can do.
Yeah, and then it's not a recording feature. There's like, if you pay for it, you can have it record for you, but I'm just to be on YouTube. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, if it works on YouTube, I guess it depends on if the quality is garbo or not.
Yeah, and then if we want to like podcast afterwards, just grab the audio, and then you're gonna put in your own visuals anyway.
Yeah. Or
you could record just like straight off. OBS can just grab anything.
Oh, okay. Or put no visuals at all, I guess, if it's a podcast.
Yeah. So big old logo.
Yeah. So I wasn't sure if you were thinking of making like a regular thing or it was just a spur of the moment thing. I'm down for anything. But I wasn't sure what you kind of had in mind.
I like the idea of regular, and the like, real world application is tougher, of course.
Yeah. No, I like it. I kind of miss doing something like that. And I think it could be fun to do. What I was trying to get to, and I think I was being a little garbled because I was trying to do 200 things at once, is I think it would be good to just be like mini specific. And it would be kind of cool if we not like 100% stay clear of like the Warhams and that, but like kind of aim it more at like all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Because I feel like whenever there's people who do stuff like this about miniatures, it ends up just being like Warcry and 40K.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if there's like, minis or stuff, but yeah, just like, I don't know, like just make it kind of open-ended, but like it's about miniatures games, and it's about like all the other stuff. Like, I think that would be cool. I don't know how much like how specific your idea was, because
He started off just had one thought because of GW Kill Team.
Oh yeah,
the solo and co-op mode. I don't know if you've seen anything about it, but it's slightly better than just two-fisting it on your own.
Yeah. I've seen people talk about it, but I admit I haven't sat down and like read through it yet.
Okay. Yeah, so. The rules aren't out. Just I've been like absorbing content mostly while I work. I'm just watching videos, and it's very primitive, which is weird considering they've done so many board games that are solo that are actually good.
Yeah, well, and it's also because sometimes they'll have just like really clever stuff, and other times it's like really pedestrian and it's not really clear.
Yeah,
it's just like all over the place. So, but it's interesting that like they're jumping on it because like usually the big boys are the last to adopt an idea or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but it kind of also goes, I think, to show just like how ingrained it is now. Even like I don't know if you play board games at all, but like a lot of board games are coming with them. Solo stuff too now. It's just kind of like a thing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's super important. That's what everyone learned about COVID. And like even is like GW made a game called Dark Tide, and Dark Tide is Kill Team on a board game format. Okay. So it's got a hex terrain. You just move your guys around in a hex. Yeah. All the rules are the same for Kill Team, but it has an AI built in. So you're always playing against the system. So 1 to 4 players.
Oh, okay.
And so all the rules are already baked in, so they had everything they needed for solo co-op Kill Team, and they just didn't use it all.
Yeah, it's
any of it. So it just got me thinking, like a podcast about, like the thought process that can go behind solo and co-op, not necessarily targeting Kill Team same way.
Yeah.
It's just screwed it up. It sucks, but it was inspired by it. So
okay, well, I mean, that's a perfectly good like starting point. Yeah, that's an interesting topic to kind of talk about. And if we want to make it like more of a regular thing, like we could just kind of have like, I don't know, columns, I guess, like because it would be cool too to do some stuff where like you're obviously like the painting guy, so to talk about like kind of some practical stuff with like techniques and stuff. We could talk about like how do you go about like starting a brand new project, or how do you get started on like building an army, or like what are the like what's, if you're getting into a game, how do you sort of it would be cool to talk about like 15mm sci-fi and some of that stuff.
Heck yeah, you got all that stuff too. So
yeah,
bring some things to the table. 15mm is definitely in your wheelhouse.
Yeah, absolutely. That's like my first love. Well, no, okay. My first love was Jodie Foster, but my second love was 15mm sci-fi.
Oh yeah,
Jodie Foster, circa like Contact.
Yeah, I remember that movie. That was good.
Oh, it was a good movie too. It's one of the ones, like a lot of times I don't rewatch movies because if I watched them a really long time ago, I like to think I'm smarter now, and then I realized I was really stupid and the movie was actually shit. But that one I've rewatched, and it's like still really good. It's like as good as
yeah. Considering nothing really happens in it, like it's not. It has a lot of build up and not a lot of payoff.
Oh yeah, like,
but it actually is still a good movie.
Yeah,
all things
like,
considered.
Almost no payoff actually. Like the whole point of the ending is, but it's all about like the characters and the set. It like it's just so well written. It's so well acted. She's like like both of them. I forgot the guy's name. The dude that she makes out with. That dude. But they're both like really perfect for their roles. Like it's just all so well done. It's just like a movie about like science and asking questions, I guess. Like it's cool. So we don't get that very often. Even at the time we didn't get that.
Too true.
So I think just it can be kind of just open-ended under just the heading of like minis gaming and
and game design. I definitely want to pick your brain every once in a while at least.
Yeah, and we can we could do some sort of thing where we like pick a topic or something and just kind of like touch on that, like complexity or difficulty in games or challenge. Actually, that's something I would love to talk about is like challenge. I mean, I can throw in some stuff about like also just publishing stuff and like things to people run into, and because people always find that interesting. I just want to make sure that it's not like the Ivan show. Like no, like I want it to be
just the Ivan show. Well, we're bringing guests. The Ivan and Joseph McCullough show. There you go.
I know, right? So we'll find out if I can actually take
Oh,
That used to be like the joke on Discord, and I think
Yep.
I don't know if he's very tall. I think he's kind of stocky, so he might be like able to throw down.
I think he's kind of Southern American, so those guys are pretty tough, aren't they?
They can be pretty tough, and I'm definitely a lover, not a fighter. But I got to wait, and I'm 6'1", so
Yeah.
So besides, if it turns out he's like a scrawny nerd, I can definitely take him.
Yeah, no, I think he's stocky. Never seen him in real life, but he looks like a stocky fellow. Really nice too.
So yeah, he's like
seen him in.
Really cool dude. One thing we could do is, and this would be pretty authentic, because I do paint, but I don't paint much and I don't paint well. So if we do some painting like segments or whatever, it could literally be me like asking like, how do you blah?
Okay, yeah.
So that would be kind of cool, I think. And then you can kind of walk through it, if you're comfortable doing that.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I've been getting rusty with my painting, so I would love to. I said I feel like I've been getting rusty with my painting, so I wouldn't mind, breaking it off and
actually that thing
clearing the rust out.
Yeah. Now this would be a thing that would probably work better on YouTube versus podcast, but it would be kind of funny if we did a thing where we like pick out a miniature each that is kind of similar. It doesn't have to be the same one, and we both paint them, and then we can compare. Not like as a competition, but just like
you can see like same second edition plastic Space Marine.
I might have some. I have a whole bunch of like the
everyone's got to have one of those.
Yeah. Well, everyone does those too, so it should be one of the orcs. I think I have some like old metal Eldar hanging around too.
Oh yeah, I got a few Eldar. I definitely have plastic orcs, the second edition guys.
Oh, I see.
Like a wooden axe in one hand and a bolter in the other.
Yes, those are great. I see Torben is in the comments. Torben.
Yeah. Hey,
you can't watch. You're banned.
No dice. No dice.
Spoke dice is a plague.
Yeah, so like the general podcast format for most people seems to be introduction. So like this, just people talking.
Yeah.
Get the juices flowing. Have you ever seen or listened to Legends of the Painty Men? Oh, they have the best cold open, but they're two comedians, like they're professional comedians. It's hard to compare yourself to them, but it's definitely worth it. Just listen to one episode of Legends of the Painty Men, and I think you'll pee your pants laughing.
All right, so
they're very Gen X though. Like their humor is not kosher.
That's fair.
And then the next, usually people, we talk about what we've been up to. So if you have special projects on the go that you can talk about, or painting things, gaming, you played a good board game. I played Mordheim because I'm getting into Mordheim. It's starting next week.
Oh shit!
Do a big Mordheim league. So we could talk about stuff like that.
Yeah, it would be cool to just have like people are sort of idly interested in like that sort of stuff, like a little bit, stuff we picked up and things like that. Then we can kind of have like, how long are you thinking? Like,
I don't think there needs to be a set time. Just, if it's a short week, then it's a short week sort of thing.
Yeah.
Half-hour episode. I mean, I know that we can both talk. So
yeah, I can.
Stopping talking sometimes is a little more difficult.
Yeah, I can keep going for fucking ever. It's terrible. But if we have like one or two like topics we want to hit, like if we aim for like two, for each time, that's probably like, and then we can have. I mean, if we have like a thing where we want to do it, but not like every time, you can have kind of like recurring. It's like on if you ever watched like David Letterman back in the day, they always have like games they played, but they would always like cycle them out, so it's not the same one this time.
Okay, yeah, I've seen those in podcasts too. Often they do them like at the end, like that's the finale. You bring in the guests and they play the game with you and whatnot.
Yeah. So we can have stuff that's it doesn't.
Perfect. All right. Well, you're the game designer, so I have to leave that
to you. That's fair. But yeah, so we could have like just like different. I'm gonna take some notes here because otherwise I'll forget. I had like 200 cups of coffee today, I think. I'm super wired, but then I'm gonna like fall over and die afterwards. So this is actually just all in vain.
You just riding the high until you're done. Yeah,
it's terrible. Painting stuff, game design stuff, kind of by topic. Sort of like general like collecting like gaming how-tos, I guess. Collecting gaming,
Yeah. A lot of people are like, where do you get miniatures for this and that? So
yeah, especially for like indie stuff. How do you like navigate that there's 200 different companies that all sell 50 millimeter, and none of it like matches up with each other.
That's the worst. We'll just do intensive research on all the people who've ever taken pictures of miniatures beside rulers.
Yeah.
Deep dive it.
Mm-hmm. AKA
Strategy.
why Kira-san may not make you as happy as you think they will.
Too skinny.
Yeah.
And then, so news. What were you thinking for news? Like, is that something you want to like actively pursue, or is it just things that might have come up? So
on one hand, I think it's cool to do, but on the other hand, I don't necessarily like buy that much stuff. So I mean, it would be a good way to just like be on top of things. But I don't know that. The problem is that's almost like better in like video format. If you're like, oh, this company released left-handed Bavarian laser grenadiers or something. But also, like, I don't know if anyone gives a shit about that. Like, they're probably just gonna go look at the websites anyway.
Fair enough,
so yeah, I don't know. The problem with like a news thing is I like the idea of doing it, but it also becomes a thing where it's like now that's like another job on top of like, you know, because you got to go hunt throughout the week and stuff.
Yeah, so it's more of a maybe something that's more what we've been up to. So news may have caught our interest.
Yeah, well, maybe that's the way to do it. It's just like, was there anything in like typical gaming this week that like stood out or that you noticed, or if like, did you see a really cool Kickstarter?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't have to be like promoters for that, but it would be cool too. Yeah,
so money starts rolling in.
Oh, this is true. Well, then you get free shit.
Oh yeah,
that's when you start doing the reviews you don't say you got paid for. We think this game will revolutionize the industry.
They sent it to me for free, but I'm totally unbiased.
All the board gamers do that.
Yeah.
But then like half of it is literally just them like looking at the rule book and the cards or whatever. So like
I'm going to unbox this and say I think it's cool.
I know, like this $200 game looks really good. I will never read or play this.
It's going on the shelf right behind me.
I know. So it just becomes part of the set. It always makes you suspicious when you see people, especially with board game shelves, and you can see in each video nothing on that shelf is like moved, like it's all arranged the exact same way, because nothing comes off that shelf again.
That's the board game life, I think.
Yeah,
you have one or two games you play, and then the rest all just sit in the shelf.
$2,000 of expensive German Euro games, and the only thing you play is like the same copy of Ticket to Ride.
Yeah. So then, after we flow through mostly what we've been up to, maybe the news a bit, go on to the topic. And I was thinking we could close off with goals. Yeah, that'll be cool. That way, it's also a good way of having a little accountability to yourself, you know? Yeah. So, yeah. Next time we convene, did we meet up with those goals? Right. Probably not. No. Just have the same one each week. Like this week, I'm going to paint my 5 Space Marines. They're just never getting painted. But yeah, that's a pretty solid. So if you have 2 topics we could talk about for like a bit, that could be, you know, half an hour if we get like really fired up. But like, in that kind of range, I think that works pretty well. So the biggest theme for most hobby podcasts in the end that seem to be sustainable are what Juggz the Weasel. She painted for Games Workshop, but they have a podcast called Juggz, and she referred to it as a friendship simulator. Is she the Rogue Hobbies girl? Yeah, that's right. Different? That's right. Yeah. Oh, okay. Friendship simulators. So, you know, basically you're just building a repertoire with people, you know, and you start to develop personalities. And I think a lot of people also just listen to like, they're not necessarily like super like drilled in and focused. They're listening while they're doing, you know, stuff. So yeah, it could be a little meandering, and I think that's. I think it works better when it's like pretty casual. Yeah, exactly. You know, that's what I'm thinking. So yeah, it doesn't have to be like super. My only kind of like, sorry, too much ginger ale. It was really good though. I haven't had one like so long. I love ginger ale. It's so good. I'd like to stay away from like weird like that like Event Horizon where like people who do internet media start commenting on other people who do internet media. Oh, I see. Like because it all just ends up like drama and speculation, and suddenly you have like 100 angry people like
complaining about shit. Like, I just don't have the patience or energy for that. So I would say stay away from that kind of stuff. And I don't think we have to keep it like PG-13, but keep it kind of like friendly.
Yeah, accessible.
Like, yeah, and like maybe just be cautious with being like super negative about stuff. Because that's also like once you get that audience, like that's all people like tune in for.
Yeah.
So
plus,
there's
particularly
also
negative anyway. So
no, you're not like a super grouchy dude. But it's also like there's some stuff that because I would be potentially commenting on like competition, I have to be a little more measured with what I'm saying.
That's fair.
So obviously I can, and I do give opinions on games, but I can't really like lead red with both barrels. And I think that Bolt Action's a piece of fucking shit or whatever.
But is it?
No,
I've never played it. I don't know.
No, it's okay. It's one of those games that like everybody moans about because it's basically like Warhammer World War II, but like that sounds okay to me.
I think that's literally what it is, right? Warhammer
it's
World War II.
real close. It's a little more clever. There's like one or two things I don't super like about it, and I prefer something that's a little more historical. But it's like a fine game. People just like got pissed about it because it was popular, and it was popular because like it's really accessible and. You know, it's like when Flames of War, like everyone was mad about that because that was Warhammer World War II.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like people just like to
multi-base madness.
Yeah. So and Flames of War was fine. Actually, 1,000 years ago, Phil Yates was the guy who came up with it. He had written like an actual straight up like Warhammer 40K like World War II conversion that he put on Yahoo groups. Is how long ago it was.
Wow.
Yeah, it was called Warhammer Panzer Battles. And I remember like people who were on that Yahoo group got to see like the ultra early like version of what would become Flames of War. And at the time I wasn't interested in anything with like multi-figures per base. So I just like looked at it like, oh, that looks cool. And then like time passes, suddenly it's like in retail stores and you can buy it. I'm like, oh, that's that thing from like that dude. But
that's
now,
pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. But now of course like exist anymore because Yahoo groups went away and like so actually it would be cool maybe as an occasional column or a topic we could do is like gaming history, like minis gaming history.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I actually have a bunch of Torben is like dying to complain about OPR.
OPR has its time and place for sure.
Yeah, me and him have about it.
Yeah,
at times. But we're also both like super nerds, so can't just enjoy the games for stupids and casuals. But I actually have a whole collection of like interviews I've done with people about like the early days of like sci-fi gaming specifically that I haven't had a chance to do anything with. So it would be cool to like talk about that a little bit and like what really early gaming looked like, because there's like a bunch of people who've done that for like Dungeons and Dragons, and people have done it a little bit for like miniatures as a whole, but most of the time when people talk about it they just talk about like early like 40K and not like, you know, like there was other stuff people played sci-fi games before that. So that would be cool as an occasional like column or topic or something.
Sounds pretty awesome.
So, yeah, that would be really
deep
cool.
dive stuff, you know, that's what people want. The hard to get meat. Yeah,
like something that's kind of got a little more meat on it, but also it's like stuff you haven't heard before. Because everyone has heard the same shit about like how Rick Priestley invented 40K. Like he's told that story like 100 times. You know. So yeah, something a little different. And I actually have a couple of things I can show and tell. Some old goodies. So yeah, that would be a neat thing to occasionally do. But I think we can kind of have like a range of just like different topics we like pick from, and we just pick one or two each time, and then bring it. I don't know how much I'm assuming you don't really want to like script a whole lot.
Just no. Yeah, exactly. Just casual.
Yeah, like
conversational.
I use it to work off. When I'm doing like interviews and stuff, I've usually just like had like an index cards with some keywords, and that's kind of when I was doing the one with Guerrilla, whatever that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like a super professional guy, but he gave me like, here's like the topic. So if you want to like think about that for half an hour, and then we'll go. So I scribbled down a bunch of like keywords, and then we just kind of went from there.
Nice.
So yeah, actually both those 2 episodes were recorded like literally back to back. We just like powered through the whole thing.
Yeah. So you gotta do it.
Yeah, I'd
imagine Ash has like 0 time on his hands for the most part. So
he's like an ultra busy dude. So
yeah. You know what I love about Ash?
Hmm?
He says the classic Canadian boot.
Oh yeah.
I can't even. I don't know how he does it, but it's just exactly what I've always wanted to try to do in my life, and I can't say regular about.
There was a.
It's got like the little boot.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
There was a friend of ours that visited like years ago from Canada. I don't remember what province he was actually from, but he not only said "a," which was like the best thing ever, but he also said "a boot." Like he literally talked like a South Park character. But he was like very like well spoken and like it was funny. But yeah, he had some job like out in the literally way out in the wilderness, like where there's bears and stuff, like prospecting or something. It was something like a forestry thing.
You know, I'm in the city. There's like 1.6 to 8 million people, and sometimes you're still out in the wilderness. Like bobcats, deer, bears, coyotes, foxes, like everything. It's amazing. How is there so many people here and so many animals?
Well, you don't know how many of those houses have people in them instead of animals. There might be a family of bears living down the street. They're just going to work and doing their thing. You shouldn't really bother them.
Everyone's got the right. Other stuff. The whole hobby. That's right. Yeah. So that's what we really want to talk about is the other stuff.
Yeah, basically.
But also some of the main stuff too. I mean, you gotta go with what inspires you.
Yeah, I mean, we can just, I think as a base approach, we just kind of grab whatever's like interesting and exciting. So if that is like a Games Workshop release that week, or like I think we're both kind of inclined towards a lot of the like smaller games and standalone games they do. So yeah, I don't think it has to be like a band. I just kind of want like the focus to be on, some stuff you don't usually get to hear about, you don't get to talk about. So plus it would be cool to, if we get like I've been meaning to get like that was the other thing I thought of. If one of us does like a project or something, or if we both do, it would be cool. Like I've been meaning to pick up some like 6mm sci-fi and do them up for like skirmish gaming for a while. So one of us.
Maybe I should send you some 6mm skirmish or some sci-fi, 6mm sci-fi. I've got so much. I got a drawer. A drawer full of 6mm sci-fi is a lot of 6mm sci-fi.
That is a lot of stuff. I really just need like, I don't know, like 30 dudes and like a couple of tanks or something.
Yeah, I went in deep in like 2016. Like super deep.
Oh, okay. It's one of those things I have literally like thought about that and then rejected the idea like every 6 months for like 5 years or something. So part of it was that guy Noosed from the Weasel Court because he pronounces
it noised.
Oh, okay. That makes so much more sense.
He does come on the chat every once in a while.
Okay.
I don't live stream as much anymore, but
yeah. He's like huge into 6mm. And I was like, look at that stuff. I was like, that is so cool.
Yeah, I think that's where your first cross paths, like even before I YouTubed or either of us knew about Nordic Weasel. Maybe he knew about it. Hard to say.
But yeah, so if one of us is like doing some random project, or if we both decide to do the same thing and like talk about the experience of stuff like that, kind of like they do usually magazines or stuff where they would have like 2 dudes or 3 dudes like all building an army on some like constraints or something.
That'd be fun too. Absolutely.
So yeah, just kind of like I think it could be pretty open-ended. Just kind of like keep it fresh and like make it because here's the thing, even if it's only like, I don't know what you were thinking for frequency, even if it was like twice a month, if you're doing 2 topics per, that's still like 4 topics a month. Like
yeah, exactly.
You grind through them pretty quick. So if you have some things that are recurring that we kind of go back to and other things you want to bring in like new ideas and stuff. Topic suggestion: how to get into solo gaming, how to get excited from playing against yourself.
Yeah. See, that's my first one.
Oh, well, there you go. So that's my
okay.
So we can't.
That's what got me started on all this.
Yeah. So
it's not necessarily the mindset. I was thinking more like your mindset more than my mindset for playing, but it's definitely because they're linked. like 5 parsecs.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason why I started playing immediately was because you just kept going through the charts and everything you kept building, and you got like really excited. You know, it was like gambling. You're like, go.
No, there's like a whole like sort of manipulative like psychology behind it. So a lot of that stuff I can definitely like talk about forever. The choices that go into that, but also it's kind of because a lot of it's also like there was like 3 different ways of doing any given thing, and at some point like one of them has to go on the page. So like this is part of why we'll definitely talk more about this later. But this is like part of why I always like come up with so many like alternatives and stuff, alternative rules, because like there were multiple ways of doing it. So that's definitely something to chat about. But yeah, focusing on like some solo stuff, some of the motivations. Also, it's kind of funny because the way I do play a fair amount of stuff solo, but I don't really play it the way I write it. I just have a different way of doing things. So that would be interesting.
That's really good.
So yeah, people get like weird about that sometimes. You know,
I don't know. I mean, I used to be a hobbyist for bicycling. Like I would, work on bicycles. It was my hobby, and then it became my job. So now I don't work on bicycles outside of work. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, my version of that is that I don't play very much sci-fi. Like, it sounds stupid to say recreational, like this is like a dumb, like totally silly game, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. I gotta move a little bit so I don't get seasick. I just need to.
I only professionally game.
Yeah. But no, my thing of that is I don't play sci-fi and fantasy games like very much, other than some RPG. Most of my like personal gaming is historicals, and it just helps keep like a little bit of. It'd be nice to have some more sociable people talking about solo wargaming. If I didn't know you, Torben, I would say that sounds like a. Can you guys get like 2 different hosts to run the show? Maybe get somebody who's like charming and handsome. Then we'll
more eye candy.
Yeah, you know. I could brush my hair and it looks pretty nice, I think.
Braid, nice braided beard.
Yeah. I have my wife keeps telling me I should braid my hair. I keep telling her like that is not metal. It actually needs like it is monster too long by now.
My daughter would approve.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be like bow ties and stuff.
My daughter always gets angry if I cut my hair, but after a while I just get sick of it. I'm like, I just don't want long hair. I'm just gonna chop it.
Yeah, I love having long hair, but it's definitely like a little longer than I kind of wanted it to. Like top of the shoulders is like the correct like heavy metal length. Past that, it gets a little too much. So then it starts looking like you're being weird.
I feel like the secret to long hair is to get it trimmed more often. Because I always end up with so many split ends. You know? Yeah,
you either have to. Mine isn't too bad about that, but you do get a lot. Like you just have to at least get the ends like taken off. Yeah, otherwise it can get bad. The trick that like helped enormously was actually like skipping shampoo like half the time.
Oh yeah.
So it doesn't work if you have like really oily hair naturally. Then you'll just be like a gross weirdo. But if you're not prone to that, like honestly, just skip shampoo like every other or even every third time. And it'll just like it's way less like damage on your hair.
Bathe like a Scandinavian.
I know.
Just occasionally.
Okay, he says there's not many good podcasts talking about solo tips at wargaming. I don't know that I can think of any, but I don't listen to a lot of like wargaming podcasts because most of them are just people complaining about Warhammer.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that would be at least
that
like
could be a good one too. A list of positive podcasts that actually talk about wargaming.
Yeah, that means I have to go like it's funny. Because like on one hand, like I try to like keep up on like industry stuff just from professional like obligations. So I have an idea of what's going on. But I don't. I'm gonna check on YouTube right now. I think I may only be subscribed to like 3 channels, and 0 podcasts that are like wargaming. This is actually gonna be really terrible. I don't think I'm sub to you right now. But that was mostly because it was like not that often that you were doing stuff for a while.
YouTube will also unsubscribe. So even if you didn't do it yourself, YouTube, if you don't watch people, they just subscribe you.
Yeah. I think Sonic Sledge disappeared from my list. Let's
See,
see.
that guy's really good.
He's really nice, and he said nice things about me too. So it's not even
All the
like
time.
personal loyalty. Yeah, the only thing I'm actually subbed to right now is like Miniscape, which is one of the like completely interchangeable like Oldhammer guys. He's pretty fun. Storm of Steel, and then Broke Hobbies. Really, that's kind of it. But because we watch YouTube on our like Apple TV, it's like a weird mix of stuff that like my wife likes to watch, or we watch together, and then like all my weird military stuff. So yeah, it's just random craziness.
Does your kid's YouTube get in there too?
Really no, he has his own now. It used to, so it was just like complete mush. But so it's a mixture of like people like doing historical like dresses, and then there'll be an article or a presentation about like mustard gas in World War One. Like right next to each other.
Classic.
So yeah, sometimes you want to learn the history of mayonnaise and sandwiches, and sometimes you want to know how long it takes you to die if you get gassed.
How long?
Surprisingly long. It's a bad way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think that's like a pretty decent sort of overview. What we can probably do is set up like a Google Doc or one of those fancy things, and we just kind of have like 2 or 3 topics like ahead. If you're playing like 4 topics, then we just check off like 1 or 2 each time.
Nice.
So that way we know kind of like, and then each time you check one off, you just add like another at the bottom of that, and then you just keep moving down the list.
Put the date on when we actually did it.
Yeah.
When do we do that? Or 5 years ago?
Or if we keep like putting off the same thing, it's just time to accept that it's a terrible idea.
Hey, Mini WarMutt, how you doing?
Hey,
he's running a painting challenge right now, which I've not kept up with whatsoever.
See, now you're being
I'm not in the challenge, so.
Oh, okay. Well, you're still being a bad internet friend.
Internet friend, absolutely.
Yeah, we need more of those. That way, I don't feel bad for being a bad internet friend.
This year, I ran a challenge and then just didn't complete it. So that's my low point for the year.
That's fair. But then that's an excellent motivation to do new stuff.
Yeah. So what have you been gaming with right now? You said historicals mostly.
Yeah. So mostly World War II platoon level lately. Been on this quest to like track down a bunch of games that I remember like reading about like literally 20 years ago, or even when I was getting on the internet and like getting into that kind of gaming, but none of those games were available in Denmark, so I couldn't buy any of them. I don't have a credit card anyway. Bad internet friends. That is a good title, but
not a bad title.
Absolutely nobody would have an idea what the fuck it's about, which is dangerous.
BIFcast.
Biff. It's like those are like Batman movie. Batman TV show.
BIFcast.
See, that would be a great logo. But I've been
Corbin's got it.
Like all of these old game rules that I never could play because stores didn't have them. And now, if you're lucky, you can like hunt it down online. So we've been playing like a bunch of different stuff. Then me and the kid have been slowly getting into World War One naval gaming, which is like super nerd because you can like dork out over like which ships has like which caliber of guns and which turrets and stuff. So, which is fun because like those games come in like complexity from like basically equivalent to Battlefield Gothic to like you need a literal degree to like play it.
Nice.
So yeah, it's like absolutely the super nerds. But we got a couple of little like 2,400 scale ships, I guess.
Maybe we should create a scale to rate complexity of games.
Yeah. We actually have one we use for board games. It's not so much complexity, but it's like war game versus board game. It's like they add up to 10. So if something is like mostly a war game and has a little bit of board gaming events, it's like 7-3. And some game, if it's mostly a board game but it has a war theme, it might be like 2 and 8. It's not really it's funny because the kid is such a nerd. So we were talking the other day and we had just played Downfall of Empires, I think, which is like a World War I grand strategy. It's a pretty fun game, but it's definitely on the lighter side. And it's a little more of a board game. And he was like, afterwards, because I had a pretty good time playing, and I asked afterwards what he thought about it. And he was like, well, it's pretty good, but I think for people like us, we definitely want something that's a little more of a simulation.
This is more Alpha Strike, and I'm looking more for BattleTech.
Yeah. It was definitely that kind of vibe. Like, it's funny because when people talk about like we should have like simpler games for the kids, like that's not, the kids aren't the ones who want the simple game. They want like everything they can get.
I know, the older I get, the simpler I need.
Yeah, like it's always like it's the dads who want the simple rules, was just like roll 4+ to kill the dude. It's the reason that when you see people talk about like Laser Burn or one of those old games that are like, if you ever like read the rules for that, is just absolute bananas. But everyone remembers it being really simple because they were like 15, had nothing else to do. Computers hadn't been invented yet, or they were just forgetting half the stuff back then, but they don't remember. So they'll always say like, "Oh, it's really fast to play." It is really like that is not the case at all.
Or the Palladium games.
Oh yeah,
they're not actually playable, I don't think. But I know that everyone was always gaga about them when I was a kid.
They're one
you just
of
get the
things...
books; it's just full, chock full of stuff.
Oh yeah, it's just absolutely bananas. Like you look to one page and there's like rules of playing a dragon. The next page is like a spacefaring dolphin with the space bazooka. Every page is like cooler and cooler. Like, supposedly the story is that like the guy who writes it doesn't play them like by the book anyway. Like he just makes up his own game when he plays. So that explains a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a topic. Sort of like how much you like stick to the book when you play something versus like making it up as you go or changing stuff around. That could be an interesting one.
How you remember it plays and not actually how it plays.
Oh God, yeah.
I had a game of Mordheim a couple weeks ago, and I hadn't played it in 22 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about looking through my book, and I tried to, but I'm like, no, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna see what happens.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember any of the weapon skill charts, like who measures up to who and how you decide which dice you roll. I'm like, you know what? He knows. I'm just gonna let him just tell me everything, and I'm just gonna roll dice.
Yeah, usually I end up being the rules guy in games, but when a friend of mine was running Palladium, actually Rifts, I took a look at that. I was like, I'm just going to let you tell me what to roll. I'm going to be that guy in the D&D game who doesn't know a single thing that's going on.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it was pretty, like, I finally got it. Like, I get why that dude doesn't read the rules, because he has, like, no angst showing up to the game. Like, I don't know, man. My character has a giant space gun. I'm going to shoot the dude. What dice do I roll to shoot the dude?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, actually, because, like, I always tell people, like, just change the rules if you want. But when I play games myself, I, like, almost never do. Not exclusively. Like, I'll sometimes tweak or leave something out. Like, a lot of times if I'm playing just like for fun, I kind of prefer just playing like by
So. Sometimes you play the game wrong and you're like, well, I guess it was okay, and then you learned how you should have played it, and it's like, oh wait, actually that's way more fun.
Or like
the way I did it sucked. I need that complexity in there.
Or like you think that a thing is wrong because you changed, but it actually, because you changed a different thing, now the thing you think is wrong would have been okay. Like you like double fucked it. So yeah, but it's also like just have a little bit of distance as well. The same kind of thing. If I start like mucking around with it, it's like, okay, how far am I from like just starting to write up like a 20-page like conversion guide or something? I don't want to do that. So, but I also like just seeing, like, because sometimes even if a game is kind of bad or a little janky, like there's something that's kind of dumb. Sometimes there's like a satisfaction like figuring it out and like, okay, this is bad, but I get, like, if you ever read like the original like 140,000 Rogue Trader, the way like blast weapons were handled was like bananas. Like, I'm trying to remember, even like you put the blast template on the table and then you roll to see if it scatters, which is not based on the figure shooting it. It's based on the size of the blast template. So the bigger the explosion, the more likely it is to scatter. And then once it's there, you then roll to hit based on your like ballistic skills for each target on the template, which is modified based on like short range or not. So if you throw a grenade right close to you, it is as likely to scatter as if you were throwing it far away, but the people in the explosion are more likely to get hit because they stood closer to you.
Huh.
It's the weirdest goddamn thing, and they gave up on it like almost immediately and came up with some other rules. But it's like the strangest thing I've ever seen for like how to handle explosions in the game. But like I like figuring out like, okay, this is like the logic to it, and that's how it was supposed to go. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even though it's like arcane garbage.
Arcane garbage, yeah.
Yeah, like in that case, like we throw grenades the usual way would literally been better because then there was some
way. We podcasted the usual way.
There was, I think it was called Trench Wars from Old Glory, which had, it's not a great game, but it would explain like how many attack dice you got and like how you figure out like what you could shoot at and stuff, but it never tells you what happens when you roll a hit. It just like skips past that. Like you can kind of figure out from the way the bookwork is laid out and set up that they're probably supposed to just die, but like most games will tell you. And you know, a lot of games have some sort of roll. You get a saving throw or something. Dissect Starguard. Starguard is one I actually never did play. I got a copy of it and I just couldn't figure it out. It felt like maybe there was a different book that had the rules in it. It was like a thing.
You just had the lore book.
Yeah, I guess. Well, it was this weird thing because it'll just like, it had a bunch of tables and it sort of had a bunch of rules, but like it didn't feel like it had enough to like understand how anything worked. Like a lot of like really old games have this where you'll get like, there'll be a turn sequence and there'll be like a hit table for shooting and like maybe there's like an armor table or something, but there's no actual explanation of anything that goes like between those 2 points. So like if you want to know like who you can shoot at or like do you have to shoot the closest guy or like none of that is like, you just get like the tables and then you get some information about like the green bug dudes with 3 heads. They're like this. I'm like, all right, cool. But can they shoot at me? That's what I want to know. Like
the table will not tell you.
Yeah, you just like, I guess you just, if you just roll to hit a lot and then you don't have to ask that question. Like maybe that's just, you're not ready to play Starguard unless you don't need to ask that question anymore.
Crazy.
Yeah, like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
yeah,
I think this pretty much wraps it up pretty well.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty solid sort of plan. So are we looking at like twice a month, once a month, or what do you want to?
Let's start with once a month.
Yeah.
But if we end up doing a lot of content, we could release it more often. Unless we just live stream everything, which is also a possibility.
I mean,
it would take a little more of a setup, I think, on your end to live stream everything, especially hobby related stuff. Though you might need that equipment anyway in the long run.
Yeah, some of that is stuff that I've been like looking to get regardless. So that is there is a like charm to doing it live because then it's just literally, you know, you just go with what you got, and it's more of that kind of casual. It's like the friend simulation you said, like it's more of a casual conversation, right?
Yeah, that's right. People can hang out and chat. We'll have Torben here all the time, and then afterwards, if you want to do like an actual podcast and broadcast it, you just edit it all up and send it.
Yeah, I mean, or you could snip out like the parts where we're not just talking about like farts and spaghetti for 20 minutes. You know, that's the Patreon supporters concept.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
They get all the dumb shit. Yeah, I mean, we can think about that for a bit. I think there is a charm to doing that, but it's also obviously like a little more kind of work.
It's true. Yeah, live streaming is super easy. You just sit here and do it.
Yeah, exactly. Heckling from Weird Danes. This is true. Although I happen to know, Torben, that you're like 25% like Swedish by volume.
Nay.
It's kind of unfair because I'm like the Swedophile of the two of us.
Swedophile.
Swedophilen. I don't know if that's a real word.
That's the thing about Swedish, right? It always seems like it could be a real word or made up.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's even worse when you speak Danish. So I've been like, I can read Swedish like really, really well, but speaking it is or writing it is really hard because so many of the words are like similar, but they're not like the same. It'll just trip you up like 100% of the time. See, now he's mad. WarMutt is saying, looking forward to a 5 clicks update. That will happen. It's just there's a big list of things that all like will happen, and I need to figure out like the order they will happen in. But it's KPS first, so
FKPS.
yes. I guess it's like officially EKPS now for Elf.
Elf.
Yeah.
E's for Elf.
Yes.
I do realize though, if we do a lot of live streaming, you'll probably end up getting a lot of, these kind of game related questions or just inquiries in general.
Yeah.
So we could do both. We can live stream and also do more intentful podcasts as well to broadcast without a live audience.
Yeah, that might be handy. I mean, people can like behave, I suppose too.
Quiet you.
From what I've understood, to be a successful podcaster, at some point you have to like start hating your audience, just be an utter asshole and hold them in contempt, despite the fact the only reason that you're doing this thing is because they're taking time to listen to you. Torben, I do actually have a microphone in a box somewhere. I even have like one of those pop filter things. But now I lost my train of thought. This is like the 200 pounds of caffeine I had like leaching out of my brain. Oh yeah, I think it's like having the questions is fine. The only thing, like I said, I do get self-conscious. Like I don't want it to be like the Ivan show. Just to keep my ego in check. But like if you pick up like some of the questions, I think that stuff is just a bit. Then we can always. Yeah, it might not be a bad idea for like specific topics if we want to go like a little more in depth with. Like we record those separately, or I don't know. We can just like not look at the chat for half an hour.
Yeah, that's true. I always feel bad though. I mean, that's the whole point of live streaming is to talk to the people. Have you ever been to a live stream where this will not pay attention to you whatsoever, no matter what you type? It does never read from the audience. It's like, well, that was. You could have just done a premiere. We didn't need to be here. Yeah, exactly. Or it's just like people arguing about something. Yeah. Like just start picking a fight with something. Like, well, I think radishes are for the losers. And then you can. Nay, radishes are great. I know exactly. Now we can get like a half-hour flame war. Get some people banned for their extremist positions on radishes. Are we a pro radish podcast? I feel like we can be a little coy about our position on the radishes. Sort of. You got to play it up, like appeal to both sides. So, but then occasionally, like let slip like vegetable-related content and opinions. Oh yeah, the aubergine. But yeah, I think that is pretty solid. I'm kind of looking forward to it. So. Yeah, it's nice to have the contact. Yeah, and it's also like I sometimes like get worried about becoming like a weird antisocial, like or a weirder and more antisocial like dude. So it's good to like the solo guy, always soloing everything. Yeah, well, I'm also like one of those people who can like definitely spend a week just like not talking to anybody if like that was a thing. Oh yeah. Oh, we're definitely banning Torben now. Radish 15. Go fishing. Always a classic. People love go fishing. I won't even look at go fishing. I just want you to know this. I refuse. I will never read go fishing. I don't know why. That's just because you'll fall asleep like probably. It was funny because with the original version, one of the guys with the Weasel Course said like, "This is really funny," but you can tell it was written by somebody who actually hates fishing. Oh, I did jazz it up a little bit for the. Was that Christopher? Yes. So yeah, there was a couple when I announced it on like the Facebook. There was a couple of people who were asking like, "Is this for real?" And I was like, "Yes, it is absolutely." The legend. Go fishing. Yes, it is. I think the only miniatures game that has a fishing expansion. It was originally just like a dumb joke because like for a while like every like MMO would add a fishing mini game because exactly copy each other. It was like, well, I bet I could put that in, and then like people just thought it was like so now it's like an institution. It is a claim to fame. Then go Batang. So one thing I could drive people mad with, so I keep this
file on my computer, which is like the long list of like projects that I would like to do at some point. Some of which exist as like actual notes, and some of which exist as just like literally they're just a line in this document. Like they exist in my head. Also, some of them exist in this list multiple times, so it's actually like a scam.
It's a scam.
I have the same idea twice, but if I don't like actually write notes on it, I will forget that I had the idea, and then I'll come up with it again and be like, "Oh my god, this is brilliant! Why has nobody ever thought about this before?" And it turns out that they did, like Thursday.
Yeah, I have a terrible memory. Customers will call me. They'll be like, "Yeah, I brought my bike in for this last month." I'm like, "I don't remember last month. Sorry, last month doesn't exist."
I remember what I ate for dinner like 3 days ago.
Yeah, so, no.
Like, yeah, I have to write like everything. I use Todoist on the computer because it syncs like everything. You just put everything in there, and honestly, like I started putting in there to like if I'm trying to like eat like oatmeal every day because you know I'm supposed to have more fiber in your diet or whatever.
Yeah,
that shit goes in there too. Like
oatmeal's great.
I love oatmeal. But yeah, like absolutely everything goes into Todoist because otherwise I just won't remember. Like I just given up on like trying to keep track of all the shit. So, and you get it's great. Oh, go ahead.
I have to take pills daily now, and now just every once in a while I'll be lying in bed and be like, "Did I take my pills? I have no idea." I'm like,
that's like
I just need one of those pill things. Like you open it up and you take your pills, and then you know because I have no idea. I don't know if I took my pills or not.
Yeah, my wife has one of those. Like she was kind of mad about it because it's like associated with like old people and stuff. But like, yeah. You know, especially if you're bad about like not doing the thing, whatever the thing is. If you don't do it like the exact same time every day, because then it's like, I don't know, when was the last time I like brushed my teeth? I don't know.
I have an alarm on my phone for my pills, but you know, sometimes I'm in the middle of doing something and I have to turn off the alarm, and then I assume I went and took my pills, but I have no idea.
Right, that's where it gets dangerous.
Yeah,
because then it's like, I don't know, can I just take some extra? Is that bad? Like it turns out. Yeah, like it turns out there's rules about that.
Some pills are okay, some are not.
Yeah, like some of them you don't want to take like 10 in a day. There's only one way to find out. When the kid was like little, he got into he had like gummy bear like vitamins, and he like got into them and ate like the entire bottle.
Oh yeah,
in one go. So I was on like the phone with like poison control or whatever they call it. I was reading off the ingredients, like, nah, he's fine. He's just gonna have like, you're gonna regret the poop he's gonna have, but that's it. Like, they make them specifically like some of the stuff that you can, because you can't like get too many of certain vitamins and stuff.
Yeah, like vitamin D. You need some, but not too much.
Right, but they basically like just don't put that in the like kids' vitamins, because they know that some little dumb shit is going to eat like 50 of them. Just like fucking motoring down like fistfuls of gummy vitamins.
Hey, gamers and coffee.
Do you have coffee?
They always have coffee.
Ooh.
Didn't not get the notification. Oh, and Ashley's here too. Nice. Greg and Ashley.
Hey. So both of you?
Yeah, usually. Well, not usually. Sometimes I will catch their Sunday show, and sometimes they'll join in. That's where I learned about this restream business.
Oh, okay.
From joining with them, which is pretty fun. So you never game in a group setting anymore, like with strangers and stuff?
I do. But for a while, because when we moved, so when I lived in Oregon, I knew a bunch of people. There was like a big gaming culture there. Then when we moved to Grand Rapids, kind of didn't know anybody. We ended up meeting people who played RPGs pretty quick, and I kind of converted one of them to more a board gamer than a minis gamer. So I kind of just did solo and like play games with the kid for a while, and then out here, actually, the brother-in-law got interested in doing World War II games because he does like model kits and like model planes and stuff. So 172 scale stuff was like already a familiar thing. So I've been teaching him, and then like a friend of mine is getting into doing some stuff, and then still play with the kid as well. But some of my I honestly do probably more board games now, like the like hex map kind of stuff. Actually, me and Torben will play on Vassal, which is like Yeah, it's like a virtual tabletop, but it was created 2,000 years ago. But if you want to get like play Squad Leader or something, it works really well, or it works like as well as a piece of software from like the younger Bronze Age could work. So yeah, I'm not actually like, I was mostly a solo gamer for a while. I still play games solo, but that's for me is like a completely different like thing to playing with people. Like if I'm playing solo, I'm really just more playing to like see like what happens. I don't really like get invested like playing one side specifically.
Yeah.
So it's more just like I want to. It's also like, especially with board games, I don't actually mind games that don't have a lot of like decision making. Like some war games get criticized for like you're kind of locked into like the historical path or whatever. But yeah, like if I'm playing it solo, I'm just playing to like see how it unfolds. And sometimes it's just fun to like work through like the process of resolving the game, I guess.
Just had an idea of a topic I want to explore.
Hey,
I'm going to write it down.
See,
which I'll talk about a little bit as I write it down. So I'm going to type and speak at the same time, which is tough.
Uh-oh.
So historical wargaming.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have an issue with it because, you know, like their grandfather fought in that battle. Sort of,
or, yeah.
You know, they're, you know, some relatives. So they feel like, you know, is it disrespectful?
That is a great discussion. And it's one of those like questions you will never, ever like resolve. But yeah, there's like a lot of thoughts and perspectives.
But then alternatively, is it more disrespectful to say like Hitler was a vampire? You know, like, so you make your whole war game on, oh, actually, no, he was an evil vampire guy. So
yeah. Like that's that comes up a lot with like some of the weird war stuff which I am like absolutely. I don't think it's disrespectful necessarily, but that's a great question. But like I'm just absolutely not like interested. So that's a good topic to talk about. There's also like there's a secondary topic to that, which is like because some people will have like stuff they just periods they're not interested in playing for this or that reason. Like a lot of people don't play like post World War II, or some people don't play like 20th century stuff at all because it's like too recent to them. So which is, you know, that's an interesting topic to kind of get into. That's a little more like meaty for sure, because then you start getting into people always get like weird about that discussion because it's very easy to. There's this thing, and I know you're still like vegan, right, or vegetarian?
Vegetarian, yeah.
Okay, so you have 100% like encountered due to like getting really weird about you not eating meat because it ends up being like this weird thing where they think that you're then accusing them because they do.
I have one advantage.
I'm
6'3" and nearly 300 pounds. And I don't look fat necessarily. Like I got a tum-tum for sure. So people don't necessarily want to challenge me as aggressively as they would like a skinny little dude.
No, this is true.
But yeah, when people are drinking, especially, you know, might be
people,
like, but why?
Yeah, people also do it about drinking. There's a friend of mine in college who didn't drink. He was a perfectly like normal dude. He just didn't really like to drink, and people would get like really weird about it because it was like somehow, and he was like not judgmental at all, but people would just get it. It would get in their head, and it gets like that with like historical wargaming stuff too. Like if I say that I don't play like colonial games, people get like weird about it, regardless of like the reason. Like I don't play like like Renaissance games either, but nobody gives a shit about that. So it's just
there's the topic. Why don't people give a shit about Renaissance games?
Yeah, this is true. Something about like because there's also a lot of just weird attitudes about like there's like this double thing where like historical gamers like will sometimes like look down on fantasy and sci-fi games being like dumb made up stuff, and then people will look down on historical games being like boring and for like people's dads. So I think there's some. I know you kind of like have dabbled in like a bunch of stuff, or at least painted for a bunch of stuff. So I think there's that's actually a side thing to that. Like, what lessons can you bring over painting historical stuff from a Warhammer background, and vice versa? Can you paint your Warhammer dudes like historical dudes? I'm sure I have accidentally played a Renaissance game at some point. Actually, I don't know that I do. Now that I think about it, maybe that is literally something I've never played. To my defense, I've also never played like a Stone Age game, but that I think could actually be kind of fun. I just don't want to like build an army for it.
The Paleolithic diet. I think that's the big one we'll talk about.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's like a whole thing. I notice all those people who talk about like eating like cavemen are never like eating like grubs and offal.
Yeah, where's
Like,
your grub?
yeah,
bro.
That's free protein, man. They're just hanging off the trees. Would they put them in arm's reach if you weren't supposed to eat them? I don't think so. Checkmate, atheists. Sorry. My brain is like rapidly just decomposing at this point.
Perfect.
Yeah, we may have to have like a caffeine limit when it's go time.
What? This is the friendship simulator juicy stuff.
Yeah, bring the espressos.
Yeah, I think I might have a scotch or a whiskey when we podcast too.
Yeah, got a little class,
We'll have to. I almost never drink anymore, so I always look forward to having a very special reason to drink.
Yeah,
I can't just drink now for some reason. I mean, when I was younger, I could just drink for any reason. It's like, it's Tuesday, have a beer or something.
Like, I don't get drunk anymore because it's like a 3-day hangover. Like, it's just like I got hangovers like really bad even when I was younger. But you get to like be okay by the end of the next day. That's just not the fucking case. Like, I will just be miserable until like the next Wednesday. And then at some point I realized that I like had gone like half a year without drinking anything, and it wasn't because I chose to not drink for half a year. I just like forgot to do it.
Exactly.
And then I realized that I just didn't really miss it. I still like having I like beer just in general. Like if you're going out like to a restaurant, I'll sometimes have a beer, and I kind of like beer better than wine with food. But otherwise, we don't really keep like alcohol around the house. Just we don't drink very often, so we end up not buying it.
We don't drink very often, so we have a ton of alcohol around the house.
Renaissance fishing miniatures games. Now you're pushing it. There must be a ban button in this.
BIFcast.
See, the idea has already become an institution.
Yeah. You know what? I got to write down what BIF actually means because I don't remember anymore.
Oh, I think it meant like Brothers in Flames or something.
Brothers in Flames. Was it going to be like AFI where, depending on the era, their name means something else?
Yeah. There's this old war game called World in Flames, and like all of the expansions for it were all called something in flames. So it was Convoys in Flames or something. Like, Washington in Flames or whatever.
White House in Flames.
That's what 1812, which I have also done games. So now all the biases come out.
Oh.
So I know, right? Actually, there's kind of a big stretch. If it's before like 1800, I probably just have not played it.
1800?
Basically, like I've played Napoleonic stuff, but a lot of that stuff I just ended up like, I don't want to paint all those dudes, so that's like board game territory. But basically anything that's like 19th century, I'm at least like conceptually interested. Those are the things I like to read about. And then otherwise, like I've been wanting to just like focus in on like early 20th century for a while anyway.
Nice.
So
when you were showing off your little ship earlier, I thought I never want to play any ship game whatsoever. But I love those little ships. Like I had a commission once painting the ships, and it was so much fun. I would love to paint them, but I never want to play them.
You can actually, so these are from Panzerschiffe, which is somewhere in the US, but they were like, so they're not like super detailed, but they're really like solid. And they were like, I think $6 per ship. So we were playing like a scenario from a board game that only required like 4 ships. So it was like literally like, $25. Like the GHQ ones look way nicer, but they're also like monstrously expensive in comparison. These are really cool. So I was kind of charmed with them. And then we ended up having like a really good time, but it felt like so weird because it was literally just like a flat table and like 4 models on it. Like that was the game. It felt so because you
an island in there or something.
Yeah, like something to jazz it up, like put some cut and puffs to be clouds or something. Like in order to like break up the visuals, we actually put little cut and puffs on the ships when they were like just damaged or destroyed, just so it looked, But yeah, it was really fun, but it was like so weird because it just felt like nothing you're ever used to doing in miniature. So I just had a thought, and then I talked, and I can't talk and think at the same time. So now the thought went away.
It's gone.
Yeah, there's 2 weeks to live. It was for a topic too. Oh,
just playing with buttons.
Yeah. can't zoom in like too much because I fidget like a motherfucker. I'm trying to like really restrain myself because I realized when I was
crop the cameras, it's just your hands.
Yeah. Like
What does Ivan's hands doing?
Flying all over the place like a caffeinated lemur. I get really self-conscious. So when I was watching like the interviews with Ash, I realized I was just like fidgeting constantly, and like my soda bottle were like moving around all over the place. It looked like I was conducting like a play with my Mountain Dew bottle. It was awful. And nobody commented on it, which I assumed like either people just assumed like, oh, okay, yeah, that dude is fucking weird because he writes games or whatever, or they were just like being nice and didn't say anything.
It wasn't that big of a deal, really. I don't think.
So yeah, probably not. It's just like you get really like self-conscious about it.
Hand Tourette's.
Yeah, it's just when I was at the Hell office, there was one meeting because I would always, if I was giving a presentation or running a meeting, I would always have like a pen or something because it just helped me like focus. Mm-hmm. And one day I was doing something where I was like kind of pinning it like up against a finger or something, and it slipped. And in the middle of like this presentation about like changing QA standards, my pen just like flies across the room and like impacts on like the back wall, and everyone is just like, because like there was like 3 teams in there, 2 of which were not mine. Like my people knew like what a weirdo I was, so they were like, all right. One of them just like got up and got my pen for me. The others were just like looking at each other like because they were just
pens around.
Yeah, they were just like used to. It may have been 20 gallons. It was a lot of coffee. What it was, because half this mug is like war crime size. Like my wife got me this. It's got like the one ring like stuff. But yeah, like this is my hand. I have like big hands. Like this is a serious mug. It's like 3 cups of coffee. Like I think our coffee maker makes like 8 cups, and I can basically like empty it in 2 goes.
Dang.
So I'll like have one of those, and that'll do me for the whole day. So today I had 2, and then we went to McDonald's, and I had like points in their stupid like rewards thing, which is a scam. And the only thing I could think of was to get like another coffee. And then like when you use your points, you just get one. Like you just choose the size you want, so you can like you just pay the same number of points, but you can get it like small or large. So I said like, okay, well I want a large because it's my points, and I want my ship. And then it was huge. It was like monstrous, and it wasn't even that good. So
monstrous,
but
crappy coffee.
Kind of bad. I mean, it tasted like 10% better than I thought it would, but I didn't think it would taste very good. So 10% better is still like kind of bad. Well, and the original plan was like I was going to split it with my wife, but then she tasted it and she thought it tasted 10% worse than she had thought, so she didn't want it. So I was like, I think I basically swilled like an entire pot of coffee today.
Oh dang! Up here we have, the McDonald's has like iced coffees, so like this. I think it's just like cream milk, sugar, and ice. They're actually pretty decent.
Oh, okay, that sounds pretty good.
I don't have anything from McDonald's because there's nothing vegetarian there really. Fries. But my coworkers often go, and then they want to bring everyone back coffee, so I often have iced coffees from McDonald's, which are actually decent. So,
is Big B's from up there, or is that?
What's that?
Is Big B's coffee from up there? Okay, maybe that's just a Michigan thing. Okay. Is it Hortons? That's Canadian.
Oh, Tim Hortons. Yeah.
Yeah. We have some of the, not down here. I don't think. We had a bunch of them in Michigan, so they were pretty decent. But we usually went to get like sandwiches and stuff. Speaking of Canadian, I was. Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say I don't like Tim Hortons.
Oh, okay.
I'm very un-Canadian when it comes to Tim Hortons.
That's fair.
I like their donuts well enough, and their coffee's mediocre. There's people who just love Tim Hortons. Like they always have it in hand. It's like the Starbucks trope, but for Canadians.
Oh, okay, but like Canadian. Do you have Starbucks up there?
Oh yeah. It's way better coffee.
That's fair. So we used to get the coffee we buy for like our coffee maker is the Dunkin' Donuts like brand because they sell the just ground coffee of them. That's pretty good.
Which junk food coffee is best? Junk food coffee showdown.
We were joking about because there was this, I forget the guy's name. He's one of those YouTubers just does like weird crap, and they did a thing where they went to, I think it's called the Jungle Cafe or something. It's like this like terrible like fast food restaurant across like the United States. I don't know if there is one in Canada.
Can you say the name one more time? Jungle World?
Yeah, I'm getting the name wrong. It's like Jungle Cafe or something like that. It's basically a place kind of like Rainforest Cafe.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. So there's a number of them around, and they're just like garbo, but they also have this like dumb plastic animal like jungle theme. So he did a video where him and a friend of his did a road trip to eat like every one of them across the country, and it was just like every single day the same like garbage menu with like garbage hamburgers and stuff. And we've been joking about doing something like that, but doing it for like junk food or something. But you have to find a chain that doesn't have like 2,000. You're just gonna die like eating Burger King for 200 days in a row.
I don't know. It's not a good idea for sure.
No,
they have Carl's Jr. up here now.
Oh, Carl's Jr. is shit. We used to go.
Yeah, I like it a lot. They have a Beyond Meat burger, which is really decent, and the prices are better than a lot of the fast food stuff.
Well, it's funny because it used to be Carl's Jr. was like the really expensive one, and then everyone else just jacked up their prices, and they didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't really. There's a couple of chains. The ones you always go to is Jack in the Box, because when we were in, they don't have them in the East Coast because I guess like they killed somebody or something. Ooh. So yeah, somebody got like. Well, I don't think like the storm ended. I think somebody got like food poisoning and died, but not. Apparently, like people get weird about dying from the food you eat, so they don't have them out east. But that's like peak, like hungover, like student food is like just liquid fucking grease. Like you could literally eat your burger out of like a cup.
American food is a lot different from Canadian food. Even if you get like you could get Pizza Hut in America and Pizza Hut in Canada, and it's just so different.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Yeah, it's weird. It should be the same. It looks the same, but it tastes completely different.
People say that about McDonald's, but like I'm pretty sure because I've had McDonald's in like Italy and in Denmark, and that was as disappointing as it is like over here. I think
my daughter said that Swedish McDonald's was awesome.
That might be. I think they have like they're allowed to like change the menu a little bit for like local, because I know like Japanese McDonald's, they apparently get like rad like shit.
Mm-hmm. And iced tea, of course, is different.
Oh God, that is like the worst thing. I don't like sweet iced tea, and the further you like, where I live now is like right on the balance. Where if you buy iced tea here at a restaurant, they don't give it to you sweet, but like every mile you drive south, if you go to a diner, like the chance increases by 10% until you just get like fruit sugar. Basically, it's awful.
That's what we got. Yeah, we only have sweet iced tea. Like. It's just called cold tea if you're going to have tea that isn't sweetened.
Huh. Yeah. No, yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just like North American, North United States thing where either the default is unsweetened or like they'll ask which one you want. They'll tend, if like in Grand Rapids, they will usually have like both. Okay. But yeah, once you get down in the South, the default is absolutely like sweetened, and it is sweetened to like a level that will just like you lose one tooth every time you like have a cup. Like once you're south of the Mason-Dixie line, like they just don't have teeth anymore. It's
nothing but sugar tea.
Yeah, they just have like sugar cubes they put in their gums instead. Yeah, that's the weirdest thing out here is that I have never lived in a place where people like eat less vegetables. It is absolutely bananas. There's like one of the gas stations in town. Now they have really good food randomly. They have like really good like fried chicken. They have little like lunch sandwiches and pizzas, like hot sandwiches and little like personal pizzas you can come get. Mm-hmm. And they're cheap and really tasty. And they used to have like 3 or 4 different sandwiches and 3 or 4 pizzas, and absolutely none of them has ever seen a vegetable on. They have some vegetables. You can like ask them to make you a sandwich and you can put some vegetables on it, but it's literally just like salami and like ham and cheese or whatever, like roast beef or whatever. They just don't put vegetables on stuff. Like I don't know what would happen if you did. Maybe they like chase you out of the state. Like get the fuck out of here.
Vegetables around here.
Yeah, I have never seen a place that has like less vegetables in their food. It's kind of bananas. So, I don't know how they get their fiber. Maybe just like eat. Like a little sweet tea is okay. Like if you buy like iced tea in like the cans, like the Arizona or whatever, like that stuff is like on the border.
Like the big cans, big Arizonas.
Yeah, like that stuff is like on the border of like how sweet I like it, but that's less sweet than what you will get in like some restaurants. It is absolutely brutal.
What about Snapple? You guys have Snapple, right?
Regrettably, yes.
Is it super sweet or?
I remember it being super sweet, but it's been like absolutely like years since I've had it. So honestly, like a lot of American stuff is like more sweet already, and then if you go to the Midwest, it gets even more sweet. If you go south, it gets like more sweet than that. It's like a weird, like they don't have other spices out here, so they just put in like sugar and butter.
No spices.
It's honestly like even the Chinese food is sweet out here. It took a while. Every time we got like sesame chicken or something, it would just be like really sweet and in a weird way. So
that was the big thing. Like the Pizza Hut, we had the Pizza Hut after Burning Man, and it just tasted like sugar. It was like, why is this pizza so sweet?
Yeah, it's the sauce. Actually, randomly,
and the bread too. Like the bread is just more sugary.
Yeah, it's probably like 80% like corn syrup by volume. Just like they sprinkle a little like flour and sesame seeds on top to make it a bread. Yeah,
and the M&Ms tasted like mayonnaise.
Have you ever had Hershey's chocolate? That stuff is bad.
Yeah, see, like in Canada, you can buy Hershey's chocolate. It's going to be just a regular like sugary chocolate.
Yeah,
but in the States, you don't know what you get.
Yeah, it's dreadful. It's like recycled newspapers that they like colored or something.
Brick dust.
It's pretty dire. And the dumb thing, you can like get pretty decent chocolate here. You just have to like not get the regular stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, if you ever get the chance, try British M&Ms. British M&Ms blew my mind.
Nice.
Yeah, because last year, my wife and daughter, they went over to Stockholm and then stayed in London for a bit and came back. They went to the M&M store and they brought back the M&Ms, and it's just phenomenally better than anything I've ever had, M&M wise, in my life.
That's peculiar. One thing I've always wanted to do is get one of those, because there's those services that'll send you like packs of like Japanese snacks.
Oh yeah.
But I always wonder if they're going to be like 1,000 years old when you get them, because they're just coming out of like a giant warehouse somewhere and sit in like in transit for like a year. Like what I really want is like the Kit Kats they get, because you can get like 100 different like variants of like Japanese Kit Kats.
Yeah, it's nuts. I haven't had them myself, but
no, I've had like a couple that I got from somewhere. One of them was like this like apple flavored Kit Kat that was like super good. It doesn't sound like it should be, but
no, it doesn't sound good.
It's like when you go to some restaurants, they have like the fancy like soda machine where you can like pick from like 12 different flavors. So it's like, I wonder what like peach Pepsi would taste like. When you have it, it's like, oh, okay, I don't need to wonder anymore. And also, there's a reason they don't sell this, because this is fucking horrible.
Oh, I bought some peach Pepsi just a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, is it a real thing?
Yeah. It turns out it's a real thing.
Oh, okay.
It was not very good. So
the one that works really well is like vanilla Sprite. Like that. They should totally sell. But it always made me wonder, like, the only thing you can usually get is like cherry. Like you can get a cherry Coke or you can get a regular Coke. There's just no other fruits that you can put in like a soda.
I think it's all regional too. Like I bet in the States, it depends on where you are.
Yeah, it could be. Like I would try like a strawberry like Pepsi.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it would be bad. I don't know. Raspberry?
Probably good.
Yeah, like pears. I don't, maybe not, but like I would try it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like every time they get like the limited edition Mountain Dew, the kid always like get a bottle each, and they're basically always terrible. Like 90% of those are like really bad.
The gaming group I'm hanging out with right now, they love sugar-free pop, and a lot of the colas have kind of insane flavors.
Oh, so you got to make like up for the fact
it's like Pepsi and Coke and stuff. It's just flavors you wouldn't really expect. What was the last one I saw? That's just marriage orgs. It's Piggy. Yeah, cherry Coca-Cola, zero sugar is pretty common. That's the one I saw though. Yeah, the sugar-free pops apparently are just, you got a lot of different flavors.
Yeah, I started like mostly because I wanted to like be less fat, so I started switching like zero, the like Mountain Dew Zero, whatever. Those taste pretty good.
I think they're sus.
I'm sure that stuff gives you like alien like infestations and stuff.
Yeah.
But I figure like if I get infested by an alien, I and I'm fat, that's like worse than just being infested by an alien and being a little less fat. So it's still like a step in the right direction. So honestly,
I need to drop a little bit of weight. And whenever someone gets like diabetes, sometimes they'll or pre-diabetes, they'll go through this thing called intermittent fasting. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, a friend of mine is like really into it.
You don't have to be extreme. Like, I just stop eating at before 8. So 8 is my cutoff point, and I won't eat again until 10 o'clock the next day. So I just basically just push my breakfast forwards, and then I'll just eat whatever food I'm going to eat normally during the day, and I just stop, and I dropped like 15 pounds. It's kind of crazy.
Oh, wow. Yeah, a friend of mine has like, I forget exactly what it is. It's like an autoimmune thing or something. But he said it helped him a lot. Although I don't remember if it was like because it helped like directly with that. It was just like losing some weight like helped in general. Yeah, I was talking at a doctor's appointment like a while ago, and the doctor was like, he asked like, "Oh, do you have any questions?" Like, well, yeah, like kind of heavy and kind of working on that. And he was like, "Well, you can either." He said the only 2 things that he really recommends is like either keto, which is really difficult to do, and there's a bunch of shit you can't eat, or intermittent fasting, which is easy to do, and there's not anything you can't eat.
Yeah, exactly. You'd still live your life. You just eat less.
Yeah. So, and a lot of times, like, I can't eat breakfast anyway. So, yeah, I've been looking at it just as a way of, like, from what I understand, like, the main thing, if you don't have, like, diabetic stuff, is just that it, like, you will, even if you eat more during the time frame, you will eat less, like, overall. Like, people just end up having slightly less calories throughout the day.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and more time to burn it off.
Yeah. Plus, sometimes it's weird. Like if I go a while in the morning without eating, I'll like feel like really good about like concentrating on things. It's weird. Oh goddamn! Gamers is saying lost 70 pounds in a year. I mean, in a year, that's a good like span to do it too. You know.
I didn't realize Greg used to be so heavy.
Yeah.
He's looking sexy now. That's for sure.
Yeah. Either that or he weighs like 50 pounds now.
Between noon and 7. Yeah, it's a pretty short window, but it's doable.
But that's like a good, because like the main like concern I guess is like if you're hanging out with people that like you're gonna go out to lunch or something, but like noon to 7, like I never eat breakfast with anybody. I don't like people in the morning, and 7 is usually like you can still like have like social occasions and stuff, so that's like not really restricting.
Yeah, and if you need to break it, you need to break it. I mean,
well, yeah. I mean,
depending on the day, sometimes I have to eat after 8 o'clock. And that's just how it goes.
Yeah. So do you then like try to muck with it like the next day, or do you just
no? I'm not that, because I'm not doing it for any reason except for myself. So I don't need. I can
yeah. No, that makes sense. So
I can adapt. I can pivot.
Agile development.
Yeah, that's right.
No, that is. I definitely need to start on that. I might start because they were saying like you can start it at like a longer interval or like a longer eating whatever, and then you like narrow it down as you go. Like you take an hour off every week or something.
Yeah.
So
and some people do like super extreme ones, and they'll like mix it up. So they'll have like some days which are super long stretches, others ones are short stretches.
Yeah, I guess there was also I saw where people do it like by days. So like you have a day or two each week where you just don't eat, and then you eat.
Yeah, that's
for other days. Although that sounds like it'd be way more difficult.
I don't want that. I need to eat.
The real problem is that I just like fucking love eating, like just which is like every like fat person's thing, I guess. Was like just it's like so fucking satisfying. Just sit there and like eat chips or something, like or just anything. Like it could be like fucking graham crackers, and I'll sit and munch on them, just feel good.
Nice.
Which is of course
I love graham crackers.
So. Yeah, that stuff's good. I'll just eat like straight out of the pack.
So Greg went from 48 to 40. Nice.
I have no idea what those sizes mean, but congratulations, dude.
You don't know your pant size?
No, I could barely remember them in like Danish measurements, and I just gave up. So I just like try on a pair of pants, and then I try to buy ones that are like the same size.
Oh, okay, interesting.
But since I don't like work out of the house anymore, I just like have like 5 pairs of like basketball shorts and 2 pairs of cargo shorts, and I just swap between those.
Nice.
So, all right.
Yeah, I think I'm down to about a 40 now. I was at 44.
Okay.
And basically what that means is that I do not need to undo the pants to take them off. I can just shake my hips. My 44s will just drop off my body. Yeah. It's like, done. Gone.
Yeah. No, I did manage to lose a bit of weight because I realized a couple of shirts I had that was like had been too tight and I don't really wear them. I don't like wearing tight clothes.
Yeah.
But suddenly, like, they felt okay, and I was like, oh shit. But then, like, I forgot to do whatever it was I was doing, and now I feel like a bum again. So I definitely need to like you get those moments where you're just like sitting at the computer and you're just like, man, I feel kind of fat.
Yeah, it does happen.
So yeah, it's like, man, it's also like, you know, like I'm 45 next year, so it's like, okay, I'm probably at the halfway mark, like statistically. So it's only like everything is like downhill from there. Like anything you could physically do will just be worse tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm active in my job too, so that really helps.
Yeah, I try to. That's the thing. I try to like go for walks and stuff just to get out. Like I enjoy walking anyway, and I can't run for shit, but I can walk like infinite.
Running's for cowards, you know.
Yeah, no, it's horrible. Like I can walk like miles and miles, and it doesn't wind or bother me. But like if I have to run like to the mailbox, I'm fucking. Oh yeah, it sounds like a whale is being slaughtered. It's horrible. But yeah, so I try to like go because it's also like I have no reason to like get out of the house if you don't need to like run an errand.
Mm-hmm.
So if I don't, I'm just like sitting like a fucking like golem creature in front of my computer. So, you know, like going out now that we live kind of in the country, or like in a small town, you can just kind of like walk somewhere. And as long as you don't like get shot, you're fine. Like
Get attacked by coyotes.
They do have them out here. They have shit tons of like deer and stuff. So I usually more sketchy about like because it's like you can't like hunt within like city limits, so you're kind of safe. But like if you're like walking around like out in nowhere, you definitely want to like wear a vest or something. You don't get like gunned.
I am not brave.
Yeah, like I don't have antlers, assholes.
I had a funny moment today, actually, the coyote. So I was working on this. It's called a Car Speed, and it's a scooter, like a racing kind of scooter. Big fat tires on it, and it was black. And the guy put like Batman stickers on it, it's front and back. And cool. He had problems with it, so I was fixing it, and I took it out for a test ride. So I went to. It's like a little kind of like man-made pond, wildish area, and it's paved, so it's a nice place to just do laps to test out different speeds and see if I can find any problems.
Oh yeah.
And I was riding. And I turned around the corner and I saw there was a coyote. So I barked at it and it looked at me. So then I gunned it basically on the scooter and went right towards it. And it went running off. And I looked up and I saw there was this lady and she's just standing there. Like, I'm like, oh, like, was I acting like a weirdo? Did I scare her?
Yeah.
So then like I rode up to her and she like waved me down. She's like, is it gone? Is it okay to go? Am I safe? I'm like, don't worry. Batman's here.
That's pretty good. People used to do these posts online. They're like fake posts, probably, but they were like pretend they had caught a coyote and thought it was a dog, so they would like give it a bath and stuff. I'm sure I hope at least they were actually from like animal like rescues or something. I don't know, but I do like the idea of some old lady like fucking wrestling this like snarling ass dog inside. It's like, you're getting a bath. If you stop moaning, you'll get some treats. Like,
coyotes are fast. I've never managed to catch one.
Yeah, they don't.
They can book it.
They say if you live in an area that have them, like there's probably one within like 3 blocks of you. Like they will like lurk and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, up here they call it hazing, basically. So you try to make the coyotes feel unwelcome. So if you see a coyote, you're supposed to yell at it, like throw things.
Oh yeah,
stuff like that.
Yeah,
they were hanging around my daughter's school for a while, so I would chase them around.
Oh yeah, that's probably bad.
Things like that. So you just try to make the coyotes feel unwelcome. So they always have to be hostile when you see a coyote.
Yeah. Plus they'll like eat your like dogs and cats and
stuff.
Yeah,
or small chicken.
Yeah, chicken and stuff. When I just moved from Denmark to the United States, so we were and I was really excited because it was Vermont, so there's lots of like nature out there, and they were living like super rural anyway. So I was excited about just going for like walks and stuff, going for hikes. And then I get ready, and my mother-in-law is like, "So just like watch out if you see a bear." I'm like, "If I see what? Excuse me?" I was like, "Oh shit, you guys have like wildlife. Like Denmark has nothing that's like bigger than a fox." So I never did see a bear. We saw like moose a couple of times, and those you don't fuck with. So just a moose like hang out in the road and like eyeing you because it might decide it can take your car.
Yeah,
and it can.
The moose are huge. Well, I don't know about Vermont, but I imagine they're pretty big there.
Yeah, so I'll say from the couple of times we've seen them, I don't know how big they can get, but they seem very big when you're in like a tiny little car, because they can definitely like fuck your shit up.
Yeah, no, it's very easy for them. Yeah, moose can be deadly.
Oh god, yeah.
They're temperamental. Just leave them alone. Tourists will go up and like, oh, it's a moose. It's like, no, just leave it alone. Don't.
Yeah, you don't know, especially like if it's mama, you don't know there's babies around.
Yeah, or just angry moose.
Yeah, like they decide that whatever you did was like slightly threatening. The other couple months ago, we were at the zoo, and they had grizzly bears, and they were cool. You could get like, and one of them was hanging out like literally right in front of the glass. So he was just sitting there. You could see fucking like their claws are, like the length of your
huge.
hands. And me and the kid were talking about like when you're playing like Skyrim or something, you could totally like take on a bear with your sword, and you're like, you fucking couldn't. Like it would just sit on you. Like,
all right, Greg and Ashley, have a good night. I'm gonna take off soon too. I gotta put the kid to bed, but.
Yeah,
I want to hear the rest of your story.
Yeah, no, that was kind of the story. We're just talking like you could not take a fucking bear; it would just sit on you and eat you. Like,
yeah,
you might get in one jab that you could like barely feel because he's like a giant fucking monster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I mean, even a black bear is deadlier than you'll ever be.
Oh yeah, like there's a reason when like people in old days like you have to have like long ass spears and like a bunch of dudes to take a bear because. And I'm pretty sure if you're like one dude with a spear and you're not like a roided up like fucking Viking dude, the bear is probably still gonna win.
Yeah, no, people just don't have a chance against even guns. Sometimes people with guns, you always hear tales of hunters who caught something and then a bear comes and they shoot at it, but it doesn't even matter.
So unless you're like, I guess they literally suggest like magnum rounds because if you hit like the skull, like a lot of like hunting rounds may or may not do a goddamn thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And if Mr. Bear was not angry before, he's angry at you now.
Yeah, you're just making him more angry.
My Canadian friend who worked out in the wilderness, they had these things, and it sounds like a triple X website you don't want to go to, but they were called bear bangers.
Yeah.
That I guess just make like a huge fucking. They did have firearms with them for like animal, deterrent, but he was like, we kind of assume that if it gets to that point, you should just like do whatever you can to like run or get in like whatever you do, like just get out of there. Like
yeah. Usually bear bangers are for if you see a bear and you're like, I don't really want it around me. I'm just gonna make a lot of noise and maybe it'll run off.
Yeah.
And bear sprays if it gets close.
Yeah, they did have.
You just spray the bear spray all over you and the bear will go away. You're fine.
Oh, you sprayed on yourself?
Yeah. Actually, my friend bear sprayed himself on a hunting trip.
Oh,
he was restless. He's agitated. They're driving out in a 4-wheeler quad. Yeah, so he's on the back and then he'd jump off and he'd like jog. He's like really into fitness. Jump on, jump off, jump on, jumped off, but his bear spray caught on the quad. It went off in his face.
Good grief.
So they're like way out in the bush. I think it took him like 4 hours to get back.
Yeah.
And he said it was the most painful thing he's ever experienced.
Yeah, that sounds fucking
He was trying to wash it off his face, and he said it felt like he took Tabasco sauce, poured it into steel wool, and just started scrubbing your face.
Yeah, that is. You are not as tough as a bear, and the bear doesn't like that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
That was fucking awful. A friend of mine.
We got bear spray all over the house, actually.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of scary sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to fuck with that. A friend of mine had gotten one of those like tasers that are not the little electric ones, but the ones that have like the darts.
Okay.
And he had a friend like shoot him with it, and apparently that really fucking hurts. That may be a surprise, people, but just in case, if you're ever sitting with one of those things, looking at your leg and wondering, like, I wonder if this would hurt. Like, yeah, it does.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, you will not.
Yeah, like low voltage shirts. I don't know what voltage those are.
Yeah, probably like, I don't know, enough to like fuck you up for a bit, but
tickle you.
All right, I should probably also go do some stuff. I think I have a pretty solid like foundation for doing some stuff, so we can kind of touch base over the next bit and figure out like when we want to kick things off. I'll try and get like a Google Docs or something going, so we just have like
sweet, yeah, compile.
Yeah, just someplace. Plus, if we have like notes or references or things we need to follow up on. Or something.
Yeah. Oh, and if you want to do something with your hands, of course, you can always hobby.
This is true, and I probably should, but then I need to like, because otherwise it'll just be me like sitting like this.
Yeah.
So I'll need to like
the Bad Internet Friends podcast.
Yeah.
Look at you.
So, all right. Well,
perfect.
If Jordan is still listening, go do something productive. God damn, man, it's like 3:00 in the morning over there.
Yeah, well, we got 3 people tuned in at least, so we're saying goodbye to those 3 folks.
Hey,
thanks for tuning in,
listening to us ramble, and yeah, don't do the thing with the taser. You will regret it.
Absolutely. All right, everyone, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
This episode of Bad Internet Friends was streamed live on YouTube and Twitch. There is a North American-friendly live stream every second Wednesday of the month and a European-friendly live stream every fourth Monday of the month.